What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are here at Lake Julian Disc Golf Course for one that I am kind of excited for. The Destroyers are back out, and this isn't to see, well, it's kind of to see which Destroyer should be in my bag, but also I have this in my bag as well. It's the Sea-Line Meta Horizon Sea-Line Cloudbreaker, or DD3, and it just doesn't have the same, it's much more of a bomber disc. So we're gonna toss it. We're gonna start off with a forehand on this hole, but we're gonna keep tossing some backhands and test out the stability. I have the Henna Blumrus. This is a Protoglow Halo Star, just a stock Halo Star, and the brand new Calvin Heimburg Tour Series Halo Star. This feels stiffer than this star. It might be. It might be a different makeup of star. But anyway, let's go ahead and start tossing. Gonna go with, since it's been in my bag for the longest, we're gonna go with the Cloudbreaker. It's sometimes squirrely, so I'm thinking that the Destroyers are gonna be a little bit less squirrely, a little bit more wind reliable. So forehand's gonna tell us a lot about torque resistance of these discs. There's a bit of a headwind, or no, headwind, it's a bit of a crosswind. I'm gonna try to put them flat. I want to get a little bit of a turnover, a little bit of a drift, but still the reliable fade, not in the lake. Little too turned. It just doesn't quite have that resilience. This one I know goes really far. Well, maybe if I actually turn it. So the ones I'm turning are going too far left. The ones I'm not turning are going too far right. Let's try out this Calvin Destroyer. That might be the most overstable one. And so you can get a stable DD3, but I think the main issue comes from the integrity. Late in the flight, if you get a DD3 to actually turn over, it may not always fade. Versus a Destroyer, it seems like every Destroyer always seems to fade. I've talked about the little nose hump that gives the Destroyer just a little bit more stability than a lot of these other high-speed drivers. So we're gonna try them on this hole. Hopefully I can find these. We're gonna go DD3 first again. We're gonna actually go backhand, hit them on a slight hyzer, let them pop up the flat, try to get around the corner. That is around the corner. Now let's go with the Halo Star, just stock run. Hold it. We need to not do that. Now the Henna Blumrus, this is the glow version. It's much more of a traditional gradual dome, even though it still has the higher nose. Should be around the corner. And now for the Calvin. That one's beefy, that's for sure. Okay. Kind of what I expected though. You're gonna have the Philo, the Henna, the Evelina Destroyers. All of those are gonna be more your traditional. Everybody can actually get these to kind of do Destroyer flights, whereas Calvin throws way harder than all the rest of those, therefore needs more overstability. That's a really stable Destroyer. It's taking the place of this. I think I already had it in the bag. I think it was this destroyer. This one is really nice, and it's more of a straight pushing destroyer. It's easy to get it to flip up. It's still going to fade every time, but it's never going to dump out on you, whereas this one might do that. So I think what I can do is actually stick both of these in there. Since I'm taking this out, I have space for an extra distance driver slot. And since I don't have the PD2s in there because I'm using the Panic right now, this is almost a PD2. Well, let's go ahead and start destroyers first on this one. There's a bit of a right to left crosswind, maybe right to left tailwind. So we're gonna go Calvin, destroyer, and I'll actually give it some Anheuser on this throw. It's not quite PD2, but I think in the interim where I don't have the PD2s in, that's going to be a really, really good destroyer, really good overstable shot. Let's go with this one now. I'm going to still give it a little bit of Annie because I want it to go out and flex. I want to try to get max distance with this one. Okay, kind of pulled it. Now we're gonna go more traditional shot with this destroyer. And you can see that tailwind just didn't quite let it stand all the way up. If I was throwing with a tailwind, I probably would throw the Mayhem instead of the destroyers. Let's see if this one stands up with the tailwind. Still not quite. Those are going to be much more comparable stabilities, but for mold minimalization and for wind integrity, I think I'm going destroyer. Cloudbreaker, just, it's really good right now. It's not that windy right now, but a month ago, that destroyer, I could hit it on hard on a steep hyzer and it would turn up all the way and over. It's a little bit less resistance than I would want, especially that one being in a C-line. Meta Horizon C-line should be more stable, but it's just not quite as stable as I need it to be for the slot. I know from the way I was talking, it sounded like the video was over. It's not. We still have one more hole to play. But I was gonna talk about the saying that Foundation Disc Golf uses all the time. Often imitated, never duplicated. And I'm coming to see why. The destroyer has so many destroyer clones. And they either have the overstability of the destroyer or they have the ability to flip up with the destroyer. But almost every other company that makes their destroyer clone, if you can actually get it to flip up, it's not going to fade as hard. And if it's actually going to fade as hard, it's just never going to flip up. So maybe the destroyers are in the bag for a long time. We're going to go ahead and see how far we can make some of these go. We're going to go Cloudbreaker and then we're going to go Henna Tour Series first and then Cloudbreaker. Then we'll go for the two, what I think are probably the more stable options. We are going to try to get max distance, so a little bit of Anheuser is a good thing on this hole. That is over 400. Now, Anheuser with the Cloudbreaker, was the tailwind going to help it enough? See, it has the right turn to go really far. It just doesn't have the distance integrity that destroyers seem to have. Now let's see if I can actually get a good rip with this one this time. Now, same idea. Can we get the Calvin if we keep it low enough and enough Annie? Can we keep it mostly straight? I think this one's gonna be a really good PD2 filler for the time being. Since I've got destroyers and not PD2s, this one might be stable enough. Ow. I stepped out the end of the T-pad and then I jammed my toes down into the T-pad and, well, was not the shot I was hoping I would get out of that throw. Probably need to be a little bit more aware of the edge of the T-pad from now on so I don't do that. Yeah, probably just gonna stick all 3 destroyers in the bag, figure out, because I've already figured out between the henna and just the stock star or stock halo star, they finish about the same place, but they have a different way of getting there. They have slightly different shot shapes. So I think I am able to actually have both those shot shapes and the in-between destroyer and panic. It is a destroyer. It's just a very overstable one. Hopefully you guys enjoy content like this. If so, please make sure to like the video. If you want to see new stuff, make sure to comment all of that down below. Please make sure to subscribe. It helps you guys out with these subscriber-only giveaways. Definitely helps me out as well. And if y'all want to be automatically entered into monthly giveaways for discs, check out the memberships. Until next time, see you out on the course.